Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. We're going to take a look at one of probably the most unique styled bikes that we've had on the channel so far. This is the Rictor K1, and this thing is just beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the specs, and then we'll take it out on our first test ride and go over some of the impressions that we have as far as the performance goes. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, and also ring the notification bell for future notifications of future videos. All right, so let's get into it. So like we said, this is the Rictor K1, and this thing goes for $16.99 on the website, and we can save you some money by using code EASYHEIMER. So if you use our code, save some money, but at $16.99 already, this is fantastically priced. All right, so this thing weighs 95 pounds, and it can carry riders up to 264 pounds. So we just make the cut. So this is gonna test out how this bike handles our weight when we're pretty close to the max load. Now this bike is capable of speeds up to 28 miles per hour, and it has a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery. And guys, this battery is really cool. It's like a suitcase battery. So I'm gonna show you how to take it off. So basically, just stick the key in, turn it to the left, and this thing comes up and out. And guys, you can charge it off the charger, take it inside if it's really cold or really hot, and charge it inside. But guys, really cool battery design as far as that suitcase style goes. So definitely digging what they did with that. Now they say the battery can get you 70 plus miles of range on a single charge, and we'll put that to the test and see what kind of range we get. But guys, the only way to accomplish that 70 plus miles is with the lowest level of pedal assist that the bike actually has. And you may get that depending on how much you weigh and if you get flat terrain. So any terrain like hilly terrain or off-roading, you won't get that 70 miles. But if you're on the flat ground or whatever, you may get that 70 plus miles of range. You can test out to see what kind of charge you have on the battery here, which is pretty neat too. And your charging port is right here. And guys, this does have a waterproof rating. We'll put that in the description below. But if you get stuck in the rain or whatever, this will not be a problem. The bike does come with a 3 amp charger. Now powering the bike, you get a 750 watt motor, and this has what they're calling a high precision sensor. I believe it's a cadence sensor, but they're saying it's high precision. So we'll see how that equates to when you're out riding. And this thing will give you 85 Newton meters of torque. So that's pretty torquey. So we'll see how that is on the hills and starting off and stuff. We'll see if we get that extra torque. Most bikes are around like 60 to 70 we've been seeing, but 85 should be a nice number and give you some nice torque. Now what we really like is this aluminum. It's basically just a bare aluminum colored fender, and this thing's pretty cool. It goes all the way, basically it covers the whole tire. So this should keep you nice and dry as far as your back goes. These are 20 by 4 inch tires, and these are pretty nice, pretty wide tires. We'll see how those handle terrain and off-roading, things like that. You also get hydraulic disc brakes on this bike, which if you watch this channel, we'd love to see no more mechanical disc brakes on any of these bikes, guys. So if all these manufacturers are watching the videos, make sure you go hydraulic disc brakes like Rictor did with the K1. We'll also see how the stopping power is on our first ride impressions. You do get full suspension on this bike. You get a nice little center shock here, and we'll see how that takes the bumps and things like that. You get a really cool, unique styled seat here. We'll see how comfortable that is. Like we said, guys, the styling is really cool. And you also get a light bar on the side here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but we'll power that on and show you the light there. This is the plastic here. We'll actually take that off. Nice. All right, you do get a tail light in the back here. We'll leave that on for now, but really nice. We'll see how bright that is too. But guys, love the seat. We wish it was a little bit longer, but we don't know how it equates when we're out riding to see if that actually is like full coverage where we feel comfortable riding. But really unique style seating, and we love the color, guys. This bike only comes in one color option right now. We'll see if they come out with more. Now, as far as physical gearing goes, you do get a 7-speed Shimano shifter here, which is really nice. We'll see how that is as far as if we get any ghost pedaling. So here we go. Here's your shifter on the handlebars. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, you get those gears, and you do get a quite small crankset here. So we'll see how that is. So this is actually pretty small. Equal ghost pedaling early on, like around like 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. So we'll see how that equates while we're out riding. We'll take this plastic off as well. Nice. All right, in the front, you do have your forks here with your suspension. So we'll see how those handle off-roading and also other terrain that we're on the road. You do get your front aluminum fender here. These are metal, so we'll see how they do as far as like shaking goes and stuff. With the metal fenders, it's hit or miss. These feel pretty solid, like they're not going anywhere. They're pretty well on there. So we'll see how those go while we're out riding. Here's your front rotor with your hydraulic disc brakes in the front. You have adjustability with the forks as well. So you can see the compression, and also you can lock and unlock here. You do get a nice headlight in the front. We'll see how bright that is in a second. And your 20 by 4-inch tire in the front. All right, so sitting on the bike, very comfortable, nice cushy suspension. So we like the way that feels. And we're gonna go over the controls and the handlebars. On the left-hand side here, you do have a really nice grip. Feels really nice in the hands. Your left brake lever, and also your control panel here. So you have up for pedal assist up and down for pedal assist down. You also have your information button here, your headlight button here, and also another button. We really don't know what this is, and we'll go over it once we turn on the display. You have a horn here. On the right-hand side, you do have your 7-speed Shimano shift lever. So this is for your physical gears. Your right brake lever, and also your half twist throttle with your half grip here. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the display. There's a couple ways to do this. You can either do it by this power button here. This is the orange button on the bottom. What's also nice is they give you a nice fob to unlock and lock. So you click that to unlock, and that powers on the bike, and you can lock it this way. So really neat. And you also have NFC tags. So all you do is scan it on the display, and that will also power up the bike. So of course you have your pedal assist up and down, so no pedal assist 1, 2, and 3 levels. Your information button here, so you can go through your mileage, your odometer, and also the mileage per trip as well. So tripometer and odometer. You have your headlight button here, and also this button here. Okay, all right, so this is the headlight button. So I don't know why this one isn't working for the headlight, but this is the headlight button. You can see that on the display, but I don't know what this button is for. If you guys know what this does, let us know in the comments section below. But you do have a nice, pretty loud horn, and there is an app for this bike, which is really cool. So you can do things like unlock the bike. You can actually use Find My Bike, so kind of like a bike locator. So if your bike gets stolen, whatever, you can use that to recover the bike. You'd also control cruise control in the app as well, all those settings. You can track your ride, which is actually pretty cool. So a ride tracker built within the Rictor app. And also you can control the lighting for this bike. So maybe that's what this will do and actually enable this function on the controls. So guys, that is your controls. Really nice display here. You do get an app and some really clever ways to unlock and lock your bike. So we really like to see all the options that Rictor gives you for the K1. And what we'll do is we'll get off the bike and see how the lighting is. So yeah, see, this is actually really cool. So we'll see how you can customize that in the app, but really nice to see that lighting built in on the side. Just kind of like an added cool factor with the bike. We'll look at the front here with the headlight. That is a nice bright headlight with the ring around it, which is really cool. I wonder if we turn that off, if the ring stays on. No, it doesn't. So we'll see if that's something we can play around with and customize in the app. We also want to point out how bright the tail light is. So that's actually a pretty bright light. Not sure how that comes over on camera. And it does have the plastic still on it, so remember that. And when you squeeze it, it actually blinks. So really nice to get people's attention that you are stopping. So really nice to see that for an added safety feature. Guys, this is on a full charge. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out and give you our first riding impressions. So let's get on the bike and see what this thing can do. All right, guys, we're on the Rictor K1 and we're on our first riding impressions. So far, this thing feels really comfortable. Although I am kind of like off of the seat a little bit in the back. So that's one thing that I was kind of worried about at first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a brake test at the mailbox. Oh, that was sick. All right, so hydraulic disc brakes, guys. That's what we like to see on these things. So nice display. We got full battery, and right off the bat, these grips are fantastic. really do like the grips. And we're gonna do a top speed test here. And we unlock the bike in the app. And they do list the top speed as being 28 miles per hour, so that's what we're getting. And it does cap you out. So once you get to that 28 miles per hour, you can feel the motor kind of holding you back and capping you out. So, alright guys, so one thing we did learn is this bike does have a top speed of 33 miles per hour. And the way to accomplish that is if you're in mode 3, if you actually hit the plus button here, it will blink. And that means you're actually in the top speed mode that will get you up to 33 miles per hour with throttle only, without that motor capping you out. What we're going to do is we're going to try it out here while we're in that mode and see what happens. Yeah, so right off the bat you can tell that it has more juice, more power. Alright guys, so yeah, so we're going 30 miles an hour right now, and the motor is not capping us out. So this is fantastic. Alright, so really good to know. So if you want that top speed to be over 28 miles per hour without capping it out on the motor, there is that top speed mode they have to get into with hitting the plus button after you're in mode 3. And like we said before, to know that you're in that mode, this 3 will start blinking and you're good to go. So that is really good to know. If you have this bike and you're wondering why it's not going over 28 miles per hour and it's capping it out, that's the reason. So someone much lighter than us will be able to accomplish those speeds of 33 plus miles per hour. So like when I first start pedaling, I feel the pedal assist, it's like a gradual curve. And I'm both pedaling like right about now, so about 22 miles per hour. So if you have the K1 and you're experiencing this pedal assist, I wouldn't say it's an issue, because right now I'm pedaling and it's propelling me. And then once I get to a certain speed, it's like about 17 miles an hour, that's when the bike, you feel the bike kind of powering you more forward, like accelerating the bike to the top speed of that pedal assist level. So I am in the pedal assist level 3 in the sport mode. So now I do hear some rattling in the back, and I'm pretty sure that is the fender, so maybe we'll have to tighten that up. But now as far as like when the pedal assist kicks in, it's about a second delay that I'm getting with the pedal assist, so it's not terrible. But I just want to know what that curve is, because like once you get to 17%, then it's like, all right, we're going, and it starts accelerating 100%, you know, and then you do get up to that 28 mile per hour top speeds. So interesting that it does that. I'm not sure if that's something that we can adjust in the app, because the app is actually pretty cool. There's a lot of things that you can do, and we showed you the color, the lighting on the side there near where it says Rictor K1, and you can actually change that to different colors. So kind of cool customization on this bike as far as the LED lights go. Yeah, we're getting to 28 miles per hour, no problem. So now if Rictor, if you're watching this video, please let me know. Yeah, I'm ghost pedaling right now, so but please let me know what that curve is when you first start pedaling, because like we said, it's about like 16, 17 miles per hour where it actually starts to accelerate you 100% with that pedal assist level. So we're gonna check out the app too and figure it out. But guys, like I'm pedaling right now, and it's like it's assisting me, but not by much, until it gets to about 17 miles an hour, and then it starts really just shooting you forward. So really interesting with the pedal assist. So I mean, it could be something that's meant for like a safety feature, so you're not kind of getting thrusted forward, jolted forward, and it could be maybe saving the motor or whatever. But control is very nice and simple. So obviously you get your pedal assist up and down with your tripometer and odometer there, and you do get the headlight button as well with the horn. Display is nice, but as I'm riding, the glare kind of makes it hard to see a little bit, so you might run into that issue. But like we said, the app is pretty cool. You can do a lot of things with it. You can find your bike with it. It will actually show you location of the bike. You can actually track your ride, so you don't need another app to track your ride. You can do it right in the Rictor app for this bike. You can also adjust the cruise control, so after about 5 seconds of holding throttle, cruise control will kick in if you have that set, and that makes kind of riding a little easier too. So if you do want to go top speed, you can set that cruise control to go top speed for you, and you don't have to worry about twisting that throttle or holding it there. You can kind of just ride. So really cool. But now as far as like the suspension goes, it's doing a really good job. So it's really cushy, it's nice and soft. I do think that rattling is the rear fender, so we're gonna have to tighten that up, take it off. We usually remove fenders from these bikes anyways. I think they look way cooler with the fenders off. Throttle control is probably a half-second delay. It's not too bad, but like we said, pedaling, you get to the ghost pedal level of around 20, 21, 22 miles an hour, you start ghost pedaling. So even in physical gear 7, that's where you're going to be for that. So, I mean, as far as the suspension goes, I just hit like a little pothole there, and it does a really good job. I'll probably play around with the settings there because you can fully adjust the front forks. They'll probably do a better job with my weight, so I'll probably have to play with the settings to factor in my weight, but it's doing a pretty good job. And there's a lot of travel with this suspension too. So, what else? We went over the brakes. Brakes are fantastic. A really good job. They're hydraulic disc brakes, so that's what we love to see on these bikes. I love the handlebar style too. Handlebar style is pretty nice. It is elevated. The seating position, riding position is pretty ideal. So this is kind of where we'd like to be. Besides kind of falling off the seat in the back. But this is an ideal riding position. Nice little commuter bike for someone that really fits on the bike. And you do get a nice bright headlight. Now at 95 pounds, it's on the heavier side, but it's not too bad. The battery doesn't weigh too much, so it's not like the battery is taking up that much weight. You get a 15 amp hour battery. We've gone about 3 miles so far, and we lost 1 battery bar. So the range is going to be, I would probably say we're probably going to get, maybe we'll eke 20 miles out of a single battery with our weight and the terrain around here. We do have quite the hilly terrain. But really smooth ride on this bike. So what we're gonna do is I don't want to get this bike too filthy, but we're gonna do a hill test here. So we are in the middle of winter time, and we've been getting slammed with snow, so that's why snow and ice is everywhere around here. All right, so what we're gonna do, this is the hill test with the Rictor K1, and we'll see how it does. This is throttle only in sport mode. So right now we're going 12 miles an hour. 14. And this is where we get to the most incline on this hill here. The hardest part. We're slowing down to about 12. 11. So not terrible. It's definitely making it up, but it doesn't have the torque that we think with that 85 newton meters of torque. But again, I'm pretty much maxing out that weight capacity load on this bike. So, obviously there's going to be a lot of riders that are a lot lighter, and I'm sure this thing will perform a lot better for them. But I'm just trying to show you, this is the most extreme side of the weight and size that a rider can be. So a lot of bigger guys come to my channel to see how these bikes do with bigger, heavier riders. So I really appreciate that. So it's nice to be able to show them a different side of what the bike can handle. So if you're a bigger rider, there's a lot less options out there that you can choose from. But this is the Rictor K1 bike. It is a absolutely beautiful bike. Those aluminum fenders are fantastic. We definitely have to figure out what's going on in the rear as far as getting that tightened up, because we can hear it shaking a lot. Nice tires. The suspension could definitely be adjusted here for our weight. But we have to play around with that and stuff. We kind of like to do our first riding impressions. Everything built and stock right out of the box. So there's a nice app to play with. And I'm not sure if you can see that with the daytime here, but this is a blue color. You can actually change this lighting color in the app. And also change the lighting features and settings and stuff. There's a lot of settings in the app you can play with as far as finding your bike, do your ride tracking, cruise control options, and things like that. So there's a ton of different options in that app. It's nice to see, but the Rictor app for all the Rictor products, including the K1, is pretty involved. But we would like to see a bigger crankset here. So we're getting ghost pedaling around 21 miles per hour. So we'd like to see, that pedaling feature to be able to get resistance in the 7th gear, at the top speed level. So we've seen bikes do it, so we know it's possible. But Really nice bike. I think this bike is going to hold up really well. Get a nice bright brake light and tail light in the back there that does blink when you hold the brakes. Guys, fantastic bike. We really love the classic look to it with the brown and the brown saddle here. Just a really cool color combo. But guys, if you have any questions about this bike, please leave them in the comment section below. We get back to everybody, and if you want to know certain things, we can always reach out to Rictor for you and find out that information right from the manufacturer. So guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate you. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.